Welcome back to our channel. This video is the second part of the Pythagoras theorem. We would be continuing the sums from the chapter in this video. So if you want to watch the first video, you will find the link in the description. So let's start the video. The first sum for today will be an example of Pythagoras theorem. Let's look at the sum. So let's see the fifth sum as our example. Here it is given as a right angle triangle with the hypotenuse as root 8 and it is an isosceles triangle, meaning two sides are equal. So let us draw the figure first. It was our first sum of today. It was root 8, A, B and C. It was 90 degree and these two sides were equal. Okay, what we can do in this sum? This sum can be just solved by Pythagoras theorem, simply Pythagoras theorem. So I will write solution by Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. My hypotenuse was AC square will be equal to AB square plus BC square. My AC's value is given as root 8, so I will substitute it here. Now AB and BC are same, so I will write AB square and instead of BC I will again write as AB square. Reason, AB is equal to BC, which is given. Now we have root 8 square. AB square plus AB square will give us 2AB square. Root 8 square, root 8 into root 8 will give us 8. 8 is equal to 2AB square. I don't need 2AB square, I need just AB. First I will take 2 on this side, so it will be 8 by 2 is equal to just AB square. 2 ones are 2 fours are is equal to AB square. Now I don't need AB square, I just need the value of AB. So AB will be root of 4. Root of 4 means AB is equal to root of 4. 4 can be simplified as 2 into 2. So we'll get as 2 as our answer. So AB is equal to 2. Do we have units? No. So we'll just write it as units. This was our first sum. It was very easy to solve. Now let us look at another sum. The second sum. We'll take this sum as our example. Let's read it out. See figure 2.19. Find RP and PS using the information given in the triangle PSR. This is our triangle. First let us draw this triangle. Okay, PSR. My S was 90 degree. Here it was given as SR 6 centimeter and angle P is 30 degree. SR 6 centimeter and angle P is 30 degree. Okay, we need to find RP and PS. Okay, for applying Pythagoras theorem we need to know two sides. Here we are only provided with one side, we don't know this side and we don't know this side. Okay, so what we can do, but if we look at a triangle, one angle is 90 degree, one angle is 30 degree, one angle is missing. So let's find this angle first. We know that sum of addition of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore angle P plus angle S plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. Angle P is given as 30, angle S is given as 90, angle R is unknown, is equal to 180. 30 plus 90 will give us 120 plus angle R is equal to 180. I need angle R. My angle R will be 180 plus 120 will get on this side, will minus 120. Angle R will be 180 minus 120, it is 60 degree. Okay, so we have our triangle as 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. Now if we know the properties of 30, 60, 90 degree triangle, we can easily find the rest of the sides. We know that opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse. Also side opposite to 60 degree, opposite of 60 degree is root 3 by 2 times of hypotenuse. Reasons for both of this is by 30, 60, 90 triangle, or you can write property of 30, 60 degree 90 triangle. Okay, so what are we given? Side opposite to 30 degree is 6, it's half of hypotenuse, means SR is half of hypotenuse in my RP. Now I have been given as SR is given as 6, 1 by 2 into RP. I need RP, so I will take 2 on this side. 6 2s is equal to RP. My RP will be 6 2s, which is 12 centimeter. No, it's not mentioned, so I will be just writing units. Now we need to find PS. PS is side opposite to 60 degree. We know that PS will be root 3 by 2 times of hypotenuse. My hypotenuse is RP. Now we have the value of RP. PS will be root 3 by 2 times of 12. PS will be 2 1s are 2 6s are root 3 into 6, which is simply PS is equal to 6 root 3. No units mentioned, so units. Let's look at one more sum. Suppose I take the 7th sum as our next example. Let's read it out. In figure 2.21, angle DF is equal to 90 degree, FG perpendicular to ED. If GD is equal to 8, FG is equal to 12, find EG, FD and EF. We are again given a figure, so let us draw this figure. This is our third sum. D, F, E, this is 90 degree. A perpendicular is drawn from 90 degree. This is named as G. This is 8. This is 12. FG is given perpendicular to ED. Okay, FG is 12 and GD is 8. We need to find EG is equal to question mark, FD and EF. So how can we solve this sum? If you look at this sum looks as a type of a geometric mean. So let us apply the geometric mean here. By geometric mean, what do you mean by geometric mean? A perpendicular drawn from the right angle to the hypotenuse. So FG is a perpendicular drawn from the right angle to the hypotenuse ED. So by geometric mean it will be FG square into product of DG into EG. I have my FG is given as 12, so 12 square. DG is given as 8 into EG. 12 square is 144 is equal to 8 into EG. I don't need 8 EG, I just need the value of EG. So I will take this 8 on this side. So 144 divided by 8. Now I will simplify these two numbers by the table of 2. 2 1s are 2 4s are 8. 2 7s are 14. 4 means 2 2s are 2 2s are 2 3s are 1 to 12 to 36 are 2 1s are 2 2 18s are 36. So I got the value of EG is equal to 18. Units are not mentioned, so I will just write it as 18 units. Now we have found the value of EG. We need to find the value of FD and EF. So how can we find the value of FD? If you look at this sum, FG is a perpendicular drawn from F to ED. Okay, so if I tilt the sum, and now you see FGD, this is 90 degree, this is my hypotenuse, this is my one side, this is my other side. Here two sides are given, and if we apply Pythagoras theorem, we can easily find the value of FD. So I will draw the question again. F is my this point, F, this point is G, and this is my D. GD is given as 8 and FG is given as 12. This is 90 degree. So if we apply Pythagoras theorem here, it would be by Pythagoras theorem, FD square will be equal to FG square plus GD square. My FD square is unknown, so FD square as it is, FG is given as 12 12 square plus GD is given as 8, so 8 square. I need to find FD square. 12 12s are 144, 8 8s are 64 square. 144 plus 64 will give us 208. We don't need FD square, we just need the value of FD, so it would be root of 208. So I will simplify this number. FD will be root of 208. I can simplify it by the table of 2. FD will be 2 into 104. Further simplifying it, 2 into 104 can be simplified as 2 into 52. FD will be 2 2s are 4. Again this 52 can be simplified, 2 into 26. Now this 26 can be one more time simplified. 26 can be written as 13 2s are, so 4, 2 2s are again 4 into 13. FD will be 4 4s are 16 into 13, but 16 can be written as a perfect square of 4, so 4 will come out and we are left with 13. We are not given units, so just write as 4 root 13 units. So we have found our FD. Now we have our EG and FD, we just need to find EF. So if we again look at this triangle FGE, angle G is 90 degree, we have our FG, we found EG, and we need to find EF. If we apply Pythagoras theorem here, we can again find the value of EF. So I will draw this figure again. This is my G, this is E, and this is my F. FG is 12, EG was found as 18. We need to find out FE. So by Pythagoras theorem, what is my Pythagoras theorem? FE square is equal to FG square plus EG square. Okay, my FE square is unknown. FE square will be equal to FG 12 square plus 18 square. FE square will be 12 12s are 144, 18 square 18 18s are will give us 324. We need FE square. 144 plus 324 will give us 468. Now we don't need the value of FE square, we just need FE, so it will be root of 468. I'll write it on next page. My FE was root of 468. We can simplify it again by the table of 2. FE will be 2 into 2 34. Okay, again FE will be 2 into 2 1s are 7, right? FE will be 2 2s are 4 into 117. Okay, now we can't simplify 117 by the table of 2, but if you look at this number, we can simplify it by the table of 13. This turns out as 470 will turn out as 13 9s are. So we are left with 4 into 9 into 13, but 4 and 9 are perfect squares of 2 and 3, so we are just left with 13 in the root. FE will be 2 3s are 6, root 13. We are not mentioning units, so just write units. Okay, so now we have found the value of FE. It was an easy sum. We found the value of EG, FD and EF by solving by Pythagoras theorem and geometric mean. It was again easy sum. Now let us look at one more sum. This is my sum number 4. Suppose I take the sum as this, or this one as our sum. Find the diagonal of a rectangle whose length is 35 cm and breadth is 12 cm. Okay, first let's draw the figure. It is a rectangle. We have to find the diagonal. This is what I call a diagonal. and length is 35 centimeter and breadth is 12 centimeter. So even this will be 35, this will be 12. We know that every angle of rectangle is 90 degree. So we need to find a diagonal. It is easy. Suppose I name this rectangle as A, B, C, D. If you look at triangle ABC, we have been given as one side and the second side, and this is my 90 degree. So if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, we can easily find out the diagonal. So by Pythagoras theorem, AC square will be equal to AB square plus BC square. Okay, I need to find out the value of AC square. AC square will equal to 12 square plus BC square, which is 35 square. Okay, if you don't remember the tables, then you can just calculate it on the right hand side. 12 12s are 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 1 0, 1 2s are 2, 1 1s are 1, 4 4 1. We got the value of 12 square as 144. Now for 35, 35 into 35, 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15 plus 2 carry 17, 0, 3 5s are 15, 3 3s are 9, plus 1 10, 5 7 plus 5 12, 1 plus 1 2, 1 1 2 2 5. Okay, now adding these two numbers, 1 2 2 5 plus 144, 5 plus 4 9, 2 plus 4 6, 2 plus 1 3, 1 1 3 6 9. We don't need a value of AC square, we just need a value of AC. So it would be 1369. 1369 is the perfect root of 37. So units are mentioned. Yes. So AC is equal to 37 centimeter. This is our final answer. Now let us look at the last sum of today's video. It is a word problem given in this chapter. Let's read it out. Walls of two buildings on either side of a street are parallel to each other. A ladder 5.8 meter long is placed on the street such that its top just reaches the window of a building at a height of 4 meter. On turning the ladder over to the other side of the street, its top touches the window of the other building at a height 4.2 meter. Find the width of the street. Okay, this is very easy sum. You just need to know how to, like in algebra, you need to know how to convert the given words into algebraic expression. In geometry, you should know how to convert the words into a figure. So this is a fifth sum. Here it is given as walls of two buildings on either side of a street are parallel to each other. Suppose these are my two buildings. These are parallel to each other, and this is my street, and they are on the either side of the street. Then a ladder 5.8 meter long is placed on the street. It is placed on a street. Okay, a ladder 5.8 meter long is placed on the street such that its top just reaches the window of a building at a height 4 meter. Okay, means suppose I place my ladder somewhere here. Okay, and if I bend it on this side, on the first building, it will reach at a height of 4 meter. Okay, so at a height of 4 meter, and this was my ladder, so its length is 5.8. Suppose I name this triangle as A, B, C. This is a building, so it is perpendicular to the ground. This is another building, so it would also be perpendicular to the ground. Now, on turning the ladder over to the other side, I mean this was my ladder, now I will turn this ladder to the other side. Okay, its top touches the window of the other building at a height of 4.2 meter. So this was my 4, so suppose this is my 4.2, just join it. This is my, again ladder will remain of the same height 5.8, just this will change, this will become 4.2. Now we have been asked to find the width of the street. Width of the street means this. Okay, so suppose this is my x and this is my y. I will name this triangle to PQ. Okay, this is easy sum. We just have to apply Pythagoras theorem and we can solve. So suppose I take triangle, consider triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. We know AC, which is 5.8 square, is equal to AB square is 4 square plus BC is X 5.8 square. I will solve it right here. 5.8 into 5.8, 8 8s are 64, 8 5s are 40 plus 6 46, 8 5s are 40, 5 5s are 25 plus 4 29, 4 6 9 plus 4 13, 2 plus 1 3, two numbers, so 2 decimal places, so it would be 33.64 is equal to 4 4s are 16 plus x square. We don't need the value of 16 plus x square, we just need x. So first I will take 16 on this side. It would be is equal to x square. 33.64 minus 16 will give us 17.64 is equal to x square. Now I don't need a value of x square, I just need a value of x, so it would be 17.64. Now you have to find out a number which on multiplying 2 times will give us a value of 17.64, so that it can be taken out as a perfect square. And know this sum. So if I multiply 4.2 2 times, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 4 2s are 8, 4 4s are 16, 4 8 plus 8 16, 6 plus 1 7, and 1 2 decimals 17.64. We got our answer. How can you solve it? You know the value, 16 is the perfect square of 4, so it is 17.64 means just simply a bit more than 16. So go by 4.1, 4.2, trial and error, you will get the answer. So I got my x as 4.2. The unit was mentioned meter, so 4.2 meter. Now we have got the value of x, we need the value of y. So in triangle PQC, again applying Pythagoras theorem, consider triangle PQC, angle Q is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, my PC square will be equal to PQ square plus QC square. PC is given as 5.8 square is equal to PQ square is 4.2 square plus QC square, which is y square. 5.8 square we found it out already. 33.64, 4.2 square I just now got it. 17.64 plus y square. I will take this 17.64 on this side is equal to y square. 33.64 minus 17.64 will give us 16 is equal to y square. I don't need a value of y square, I just need y. So y is equal to 16. Y will be 4 meter. Now we need the value of width. Width means width of the street. My width of the street is x plus y, which will equal to x plus y, which would be equal to 4.2 plus 4, which is 8.2 meter. So this is my final answer. So that's all for today. In the next video we would be starting with arithmetic progression from algebra, which is another easy and a scoring topic. So if you found this video useful, do like, share and subscribe for more such videos. Thank you.